Saudi Arabia just told Iran to basically fuck off, and they found a way to sell their oil despite the Strait of Hormuz being shut. And it was believed that this would be impossible for Saudi Arabia to do, but in the last few days, Saudi Arabia has done what nobody expected. But so this makes sense. First, before the Strait of Hormuz was shut, Saudi Arabia exported over 70% of their oil via the Persian Gulf and the Strait of Hormuz. And when Iran shut the Strait of Hormuz, everybody thought that Saudi Arabia would no longer be able to export their oil, which could cause a global recession, but Saudi Arabia just found a way around it. Well, in the last few days alone, Saudi Arabia has massively increased the amount of oil they export through their west coast in the Red Sea. This was believed to be impossible because Saudi Arabia would have to ship it from East Saudi Arabia to West Saudi Arabia via fuel pipelines. But Saudi Arabia has done the impossible, and they've started to do that, and now they're exporting their oil via the Red Sea. But this does not come without its risks. Obviously, Iran has shut the Strait of Hormuz, and any ships that sail through it risk being blown up, which is why ships aren't sailing through it. But there's one thing still in the Red Sea that makes this a big risk for Saudi Arabia, and that's the Houthis in Yemen, specifically the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. The Bab el-Mandeb Strait is almost as important as the Strait of Hormuz, and the Houthis have the capability of shutting it. They've done it once before, and they might do it again. If Iran finds out that Saudi Arabia is getting around their sanctions, then they might ask the Houthis to shut the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. The Houthis could do exactly what Iran is doing, and they could threaten to blow up ships that sail through the Bab el-Mandeb Strait and into the Red Sea. And so yes, Saudi Arabia has gotten around Iranian sanctions, and they're still managing to export quite a lot of oil. But if the Houthis in Yemen realize it, and they're asked by Iran, then they could try and stop Saudi Arabia from being able to do that by shutting down the Red Sea by attacking the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. But either way, this is still a big move by Saudi Arabia, them proving that they can get around sanctions and can adapt. But this is something you would not have heard about if you didn't leave me a follow for some more global news like this.